Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to my channel, The Fool's Journey Tarot. You have tuned into a general love reading for the sign of Capricorn for January 2021. So Capricorn, if you're a returning viewer, first of all, thanks for hanging in there with me and coming back to view more of my videos. It's been quite some time since I've uploaded anything, at least for you guys. Last month I got 5 videos uploaded and didn't get to Capricorn, so it's been a long time. So I appreciate if you've returned, and welcome back. And it's good to be back, and I hope things are going well for you. I'm just in a situation where having the ability to record is unpredictable at this point, so I'm recording when I can, and I might be able to upload more frequent videos anyway. So thank you for coming back. New viewers, I'll give a brief introduction. I want to say welcome, and I hope you enjoy the reading. I hope it resonates, and I hope you end up liking and sharing and subscribing and sticking around. You can find more specific information regarding my channel and my videos in the description box. So I do want to remind all of my viewers that this is a general reading, and of course that means it can apply to any kind of situation, any kind of circumstance that you might be dealing with, in any type of relationship that you're dealing with. Be flexible with the energy. You can be represented by any of the characters that shows up in the reading, regardless of gender. And you can mix and match the roles. Some of the reading may resonate, other parts may not. So take what does, leave behind the rest. My intention is to reach those that need this message, and those that will resonate with it, of course, and then those that will benefit from it. That is what I hope, is that it is worth your time and worthwhile, and that you get something out of it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start Capricorn, see what's going on for Capricorn January 2021. Here we go. We're going to start with the Queen of Wands in reverse, Judgment in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Pentacles, the Empress in reverse, Ace of Cups, 5 of Wands in reverse, and we have the 7 of Swords in reverse. Okay, so we have a Queen of Wands in reverse on the table, Empress in reverse. This could be your energy, Capricorn, or somebody that you're dealing with, so I want to remind you of that. And male or female, you can embody this energy. So I feel like this Queen of Wands is dealing with some shadow energy right now. She's in reverse. Judgment in reverse. There could be some questionable actions on her part. She might be dealing with some kind of bad decision that was made. This person may be feeling angry, frustrated. Getting that more than anything. They might be dealing with a situation where something just went very wrong, and now they're faced with having to make things right, or turning things around, or addressing the issue, revisiting the problem. I think that's causing a lot of internal turmoil for this Queen of Wands. It's probably very uncomfortable for her, especially if she was the reason behind whatever went wrong. So let's see what else we get for Capricorn. 4 of Pentacles in reverse, 3 of Cups, the Sun in reverse, Magician in reverse, Page of Wands, Four of Cups in reverse. Two of Cups. And then we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay, so far I do think that all of the energy on the table applies to one person. And this is Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, Empress energy. Whatever she's dealing with, it feels like it could have been some decision that was made by her, or something that she did, some action that she took, that it feels like it could potentially been a mistake or something that went wrong, but it also applies to a larger group of people. This could be family, friends, colleagues, co-workers. I think this queen is especially focused on one particular relationship that she's feeling bad about. I think that it was affected by whatever occurred, or whatever's happened, or whatever decision was made, whatever action she took. There's one particular relationship within a group that she is most focused on. She might be feeling like she was treated unfairly, or that she's the victim in this situation. And things need to be made right by her. It's possible that there is another person here where this Queen of Wands is kind of thinking, you know, I was the victim in this situation. That person needs to come and make amends with me, instead of vice versa. Get some more cards on the table for Capricorn. So we have the Six of Pentacles, Seven of Swords again, this time in the upright position, clarifying Judgment in reverse. Death in reverse. Two of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Justice in reverse. Ace of Cups again in reverse again. I apologize. The cards illustrations are really light on these cards. I know I'm showing them and you can't see them, but I'll do my best. And then the Knight of Cups. Okay, so this Queen of Wands, she either doesn't want to accept blame, or she doesn't feel like she is to blame. There's this feeling of she's not the only culprit. She's not the only reason behind something that went wrong, something that went awry, or a bad decision. There's some deception involved here, with the Seven of Swords showing up in the upright position up here with her. And Judgment in reverse, with the Magician in reverse. There could be some manipulation or deception. But I think that at least in this queen's mind, in her mind's eye, because she's the only energy on the table right now, there is definitely another party who I haven't seen yet, whose energy is not present yet, but she believes there's another party who's as equally responsible. So it's kind of like the someone getting the finger pointed at them, and this Queen of Wands is, well, I wasn't the only one, or so-and-so did it too. You know, it's that kind of reaction, kind of obviously a bit of an immature reaction to have, but that's kind of the reaction she does have. It's not just my fault. So-and-so did it too. Now, I don't feel like this is a child or a young person, but it could be. This could be, you know, a younger person, and this is just their immature way of responding to something that they're being blamed for. But there's some deception here. This feels big. I mean, with Judgment, Justice in reverse, Seven of Swords. This isn't something petty. So I mean, if this is a younger person, it's not like this person, you know, cheated on a high school exam or something. And not that that's not important, but you know what I mean. In the realm of things that can be significant, cheating on a high school test is much less dramatic than, you know, other things. You get my drift, Capricorn. I do feel too, I think that this queen feels that whoever else is responsible needs to come forward and possibly offer some support to her, back her up, maybe even apologize. But there is the sense that someone else needs to step forward maybe and accept some responsibility or support this queen in order to start the process of making things better or turning things around or making amends. There is another person here, and I do feel strongly that this Queen of Wands is kind of expecting this person to make a move, support her, come clean, whatever that looks like in your situation. So let's see what else we get, Capricorn. So there's the Page again. This time he's in the upright. Page of Pentacles, King of Swords, Six of Wands in reverse, Eight of Wands, Four of Wands in reverse, Four of Pentacles again, this time in the upright, Eight of Pentacles, and then we have the Devil in reverse. So there's a King of Swords here. This could be someone who is influencing or counseling or talking to this queen, or the King of Swords is somebody who knows the difference between right and wrong. This is somebody who could be in a position of authority. This could be someone in law enforcement or a judge or a lawyer. This is somebody who will not steer you, will not lead you astray, will always offer correct and valid information, give you honest opinions. I feel like this person, and this could also represent this queen's higher self as well, or a spirit guide, for example. But I feel like there is at least an attempt to assist this queen. Maybe this king is offering her advice. Maybe he's helping her see a different perspective. Maybe he's giving her information that she was unaware of. He could be breaking bad news to her, or giving information on behalf of others to this queen. For example, maybe he's speaking for a group of people, or acting as a mediator, for example. So there's this middle section of cards here. What I'm getting is, it feels to me a little bit like this queen is becoming a little bit more aware of. She may have been. I get the sense that she was hanging on to something that no longer existed, or she might have been resistant to seeing a different perspective, or understanding that something had taken a turn. There's some kind of, maybe she was in denial about something, seeing the truth. Or, this could be a situation where someone's involved in deception, and, they've gone so far into the deceptive reality, a reality that's not the, you know what I'm talking about, Capricorn, has gone so far down the rabbit hole that they're unable to see that they have accepted an alternate reality that just isn't the same as other people's. I hope that makes sense. That for some reason, that's the best way I can explain it, Capricorn. This Queen of Wands is living in a different reality. And so I'm not saying that, to poke at this Queen of Wands. I'm not trying to, criticize this person, but I just feel like they are in denial, or not willing to see, or not willing to accept a certain level of responsibility for something. And it kind of expects, at least one other person to come forward and say either, yeah, I was to blame too, or I'm here to support you emotionally, or, let me help you by taking these certain steps. There's almost this expectation, because whatever connection this Queen of Wands has on her mind is significant to her. It's one that she feels like she's invested a lot of time and energy into. So maybe she feels like this person that she's kind of hoping may come forward and back her up has also invested what she feels the level of energy that she's put into the relationship is equal, and it makes sense for this person to do that. Okay, let's get this last round and see what else we get. We get Two of Pentacles again, Seven of Cups in reverse, Nine of Pentacles, King of Pentacles in reverse, Page of Cups in reverse, King of Cups, Strength in reverse, and then we have the Two of Wands. Okay, so this is the person that she's got on her mind. This King of Cups. But he came out with the Page of Cups in reverse, with Justice and the Ace of Cups both in reverse underneath him. I get the feeling like, again, this is the connection that this Queen of Wands is focused on. This is the person she kind of expects to back her up, or accept some responsibility. But he's also showing up as the King of Pentacles in reverse. I don't think that, at least right now, this king is not providing the level of loyalty that she expected out of him, considering the relationship that they have. And that's what's got her in reverse over here, this Queen of Cups. It's almost like her emotional response to this king not coming to her rescue, or not coming to back her up, or not coming to accept some responsibility. His lack of loyalty has her feeling like a victim in this situation. Even though I feel like whatever's happened here was definitely because of it, something that she did, something that she said, some action that she took. It was a decision that she made. She's the one connected to this Judgment card in reverse and the Seven of Swords. There's definitely something here, but I feel like she thinks at least that this king is equally to blame, or again, has an equal level of responsibility for what's happened. But it's almost like people aren't recognizing that. I think that people are looking at in her direction with regard to who to blame for whatever went on. Whatever went down, whatever deception is going on, people are looking at her, not this king. And that feels unfair to this Queen of Pentacles, or Queen of Wands. Now, here's the deal, Capricorn. You may be this king, you may be this queen, you may be an outsider looking in, you may be an external party who's aware of what's going on here, because I do feel like other people are obviously, there's other energies in this reading, because there's other people affected by this situation, by what happened with this Queen of Wands. Whoever you are in the situation, there hasn't been any resolution, because I do feel like there's something sitting in this Queen of Wands lap. There's some kind of response, some kind of action she needs to take, words that she needs to speak, responsibility that she needs to accept. In other words, the ball is in her court. She's waiting on this king to step forward, and he's not. So whoever you are in this reading, there's no potential outcomes that I'm seeing in the cards. It quite literally looks like this situation, almost kind of sitting there in the cosmos. It's just kind of floating out there. I don't necessarily feel like people are waiting around, or this is something that's been going on for a long period of time. It's just almost this moment in time where there's some kind of expectation. Okay, what's next? Who's going to accept responsibility? Who's going to come clean? Who's going to make amends? Who's going to apologize? Who's going to fix this? Most of it, though, feels like it's who's going to accept responsibility. That's number one. Somebody needs to accept responsibility or be brought to justice, and that's not happening right now. This could potentially be a legal situation going on. Maybe there's a trial happening right now. Maybe the jury is out. It's just a possible potential scenario. It seems very interesting, Capricorn. There's no outcome. There's nothing indicating what's going to happen next, which feels a little frustrating to me. So maybe we'll get it in our last card here, Capricorn. But if you're resonating with this reading, it's certainly interesting. I'd love to hear your story. If you feel like leaving a comment below to share what you're experiencing. Anyway, I am going to, if one slips out here, eventually get a Dreams of Gaia tarot card, and we'll wrap this reading up. In the meantime, I'm kind of trying to decide if I can see anything else here. It feels like there's quite a story going on. It feels like this king probably needs a whole reading by himself, because I feel like there's a lot going on with this king that's not presented. because whatever's in these cards indicates what this Queen of Wands is thinking, or what's on her mind, or her perception. Like I said, I feel like she's almost in a separate reality of her own. This is this Queen of Wands reality. That's what I'm reading. So, for example, if you're a cross watcher and you know who this Queen of Wands is, this is what's on her mind. If you are this Queen of Wands, there are other people whose energy is not necessarily represented in this reading, and and that's probably why I don't see it. It's because I feel like it's a totally different thought process. In other words, whatever's going on with this king is not what's going on with this queen. I think he's got something totally different going on. At least to her, he feels unloyal. He feels like he's not stepping up to the plate. He feels like he's not accepting responsibility, but I think he's probably got his own reasons. I just can't tell what they are in this particular reading. Very interesting. Needless to say, is that the card? I'm going to take this one. King of Fire. Interesting. This is an interesting card to come out. So the King of Fire would be, the natural pairing to the Queen of Wands. King of Fire, King of Wands. There they are. So I feel like this is probably going to represent this King of Cups, King of Pentacles. I'm sorry for the glare, I know, especially with this card because of its color. Very difficult to see in this crappy lighting that I have. Because as you can tell, I'm recording in a professional studio. So I've got all the high-tech equipment. And it's just a shame that there's a glare on this card. So I think that this is going to represent this king. And again, the fact that he showed up in the upright in the very last card might directly relate to what I was talking about. I think this king is in a totally separate, different reality. And I think he's coming from a totally different place than this Queen of Wands. So I'm going to read this out of the book, although it does coincide pretty nicely with your traditional Rider-Waite meanings. And I opened up to the Queen of, that's funny, I opened up to the Queen of Fire, Queen of Wands, and then of course right after was the King of Fire. I love that. Love that. So we've got about 3/4 of a page, Capricorn. I will try to display the card as best I can, maybe tilt it up a little bit so you can see it as I read, and I'll try not to wave it around as I'm reading. Okay, Capricorn, here we go. The King of Fire is a charismatic leader. He is passionate, and his passion is something others find inspiring because it is focused, grounded, and creative. He is the perfect team leader. He can draw to him the people who are necessary for a project to be completed, and every single person will want to play a part to help bring his vision to life. Some may see the King of Fire as an ideas man, but they only have to observe, and they will soon discover that he is very proactive. He likes to be involved, to get his hands dirty, and he will remain involved from inception to completion. The King of Fire is also fearless, dauntless in fact. He is lion-hearted and the vital heartbeat of his court. He is not afraid of hard work, but he also respects and moves through the day with the awareness that he is only part of the whole. He is a necessary part, but still just a part, and one that can be replaced if his ventures fail. This is why the King of Fire works tirelessly to fulfill his role, and despite his gregarious ways and charismatic nature, is at the core a very unassuming and respectful man. It is why he calls upon and makes use of those around him. He understands that he is but one man, and in order to rule well, he must be willing to delegate. In essence, he must be willing to share his power and his glory with others. If the King of Fire appears in your reading, it symbolizes the wisdom of knowing that even though those who are leaders are a part of a team, every wise leader has people around them who perform tasks that help them to keep things running smoothly. The same wise leader respects their team and appreciates the efforts made on their behalf. He symbolizes the importance of being interested and involved from beginning to end. He asks us not to start something, delegate, and then walk away. Sorry, it was glaring toward the end. Interesting, because as I was reading this, I thought, okay, here it is. This is the other perspective, or the other reality. This is the person this Queen of Wands is dealing with, and he certainly sounds like he's a very charismatic and loving individual, and very compassionate, a King of Cups too, if you will. And it feels too that this relationship is, at least was, if not currently is, a very solid and important relationship, one that in which both parties have put a lot of energy and effort into. And so again, this anticipation that this person would come to the aid of this Queen of Wands. But I think that this person, honestly, if he's the leader that he is, like the description said in the book, there's the sense of a good leader is also a team player, allows other people to make decisions and accept responsibility for their part, and so on and so forth. And this could be a case where this queen was given that opportunity to share in the power and took a misstep or did something that wasn't on the up and up. And this king's not going to come forward and say, just because I was the leader and allowed this to happen doesn't mean I'm responsible for what happened. This Queen of Wands is. So again, I strongly feel like this is a situation where if you were to do another reading for this person, it would read totally differently. Totally different. And I don't necessarily think that this person wouldn't have compassion and feel a sense of loyalty to this queen. But he's also not going to step in and accept responsibility for something he's not responsible for, just because this other person thinks he should, because he's the leader, quote unquote, right? So Capricorn, that's my interpretation. I thought this was a really interesting reading. I enjoyed it quite a bit. So if you resonated, please like, share, subscribe. If you feel like leaving a comment, I always enjoy reading those and seeing how the reading applies to your specific situation. So if you feel like you want to, please do. I hope that it doesn't take me another 6 weeks to get back to doing a reading for you, Capricorn. But I am definitely looking forward to seeing you next time. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you later. Bye, Capricorn.